Welcome back to Coffee with Dawood. Howdy. Wish you guys had a great day and enjoyed it. We are in sunny California and the weather is pretty outstanding today. I don't want to rub it in, but it's very outstanding. But let's see how we're going to stay out of debt. How we are going to stay out of debt. Can we stay out of debt? Pretty much 97% of the people living in America, they have some sort of a debt. I mean, some people, they're smarter than the others, and some people are lucky too. It's a different story. Let's say maybe if your parents been rich, wealthy, and feeding you, then you are out of debt. And I mean, that's one thing, but you need to be smart enough to be out of debt too. Or maybe you have a rich husband or rich wives. I mean, these days, thank God, some women are making more money than men's, which is great. That's the equality between men and women, which is a great news, in that case. So maybe your husband or your wife making tons of money and you can stay out of that. But what about the normal people? What about you and me? I call myself a normal person. I might be abnormal myself, but I call myself a normal person. So how we can stay out of debt? Well, one of the things here is, as you guys listen to my videos, I keep talking about not to get involved in credit card debt. Yes, credit card debt. Biggest problem is actually credit card. Biggest problem is a credit. So that's really causes a huge issue in lots of people, because credit card allows you financial freedom for a short period of time. There are some people that they can manage that and they don't need to overspend themselves. But there are some people, they are not able to do that. So that's when you need to go and get rid of those credit cards, get rid of those credits, and stay within the means. Basically, stay in a box and not spend money that you don't have it. But unfortunately, TV ads, any advertising, I mean, everybody, all the companies out there, they're trying to sell you something. Like iPhone comes out every 2 years. Most people, they get a new iPhone. It's not free. You're paying for it no matter what, which you don't need to do it. I don't think it's necessary to. And this hat is bothering me, so I'm going to take it off, not to be with a hat. This sit here in Mercedes is really bothering me. Anyway, this is better. Yeah, much better. Oh yeah, I know that. So, you don't need to change your iPhone every 2 years. You should go maybe 4 or 5 years. Try to take care of your product. You don't have to. But unfortunately, the system is designed to put you in debt. System is totally designed to put you in debt because banking system works with what you owe, what you have debt. Banking system doesn't work with cash. Banking system wants you to owe money. You pay interest, and that's what puts people in trouble. They want you to borrow They want you to be a good boy and pay on time, okay? And if you had a bad situation or bad record, they're going to raise their interest. These days there are interests as high as 33%. 33%. Actually, I've seen 35% in some cases. 35%. So if you get into that type of a debt, you're never going to get out of it. Unless your lottery ticket hits or your jackpot, you hit a jackpot in somehow, somewhere, something, and then you come out of it. Because when you go to that much of a debt, it's like a cancer. It's going to kill you. The biggest problem is that interest rate. And now these days you see, car business is tanking because, 8, 9, 10, 11%. Nobody can afford that. There are some people who will afford it, but not everybody. Not everybody. So that comes to be the biggest problem for people that, they overextend themselves. But the question is how you can get out of it, or how you should not get into it in the beginning, basically. You should not be fooled by these credit card companies. You should not be fooled with this advertising. You should not be fooled that, there's a Samsung S24 came out. Freaking phone is $1,600. Yeah, $1,600. Then you buy the phone, you need a case to protect the phone. That's another like $100. Yeah, I know there is a $15 version too, but $15 version is shitty. Really shitty. Alright, so if you have a TV, you don't need to change the TV. The thing is, you gotta think about whatever the necessary thing, you replace it. Whatever is broken, if it's not broken, use it as much as you can. Well, unless you're in a range that, I said before, your wife, your spouse is making tons of money. You are making tons of money yourself. You can afford it, that's fine. I say if you can afford it, just go for it. Change your phone every 3 months. Who cares? Who really cares? Nobody. Change your phone. But if you can buy cash, that's the thing. You see, back in Iran, where I came from, cash was the king. Everybody was trained to use cash. Here, cash is not a king. Here, credit is a king. So that's why people, they get in debt. My philosophy is, I'm one of those guys that gets in debt, but I've started to change the whole thing, and I'm very honest with you guys. I don't buy iPhone every 1 year. I actually try not to buy 2 years, maybe 3 years. This time I'm just waiting for my iPhone to break. Just dead before I buy anything. Okay? So that's what it is. So staying out of debt is not that easy, but it's doable. And so you gotta work on your own habit. Bad habit brings the bigger debt. Bad habits.